Good morning, folks, and very happy Monday to you. I hope and pray you're well today. Hope and pray that you weathered the rain yesterday, and wonderful to see the rain. Need it, no doubt about it, but certainly let's keep our prayers on those folks in North Carolina that have experienced flooding over that. Let's continue to keep the folks in Texas in our prayers as they are recovering from the flooding that they've had out there. And we don't always understand, but we know where to put our trust. And that's what I want to point out to you this morning. Yesterday afternoon, we visited my aunt and uncle that live in Greensboro, and they were telling me that they were watching a church service yesterday, and the idea was casting, as in casting a fishing line, casting everything you have on God. And 1 Peter chapter number 5 and verse number 6 and 7 tell us that exact thing. 1 Peter chapter number 5 and verse 6. Therefore, humble yourselves under the mighty hand of God, that he may exalt you in due time. I want to put a thumbtack on that right quick and kind of do a little bit of exposition on that. You notice it says here that he may exalt you in due time. We don't always, it ain't no always to it. We never get to choose God's timing. Things happen in our life, be they good or be they bad, and we've got absolutely no choice on the timing. But we who trust in God understand that God's clock is not our clock. God's calendar is not our calendar. It says, therefore, humble yourselves under the mighty hand of God, that he may exalt you in due time. What are we doing right there? We're trusting God. We're understanding what I just now said, that our clock and God's clock are not the same. Our calendar and God's calendar are not the same. But he says right here, humble yourselves under the mighty hand of God, trusting that he's going to, notice I said going to, not might, but he will exalt you in due time. In the scripture here it says the word may. That's not a wishful word in the tense that it's used there. It's kind of hard to explain it, but when you see the word may right there, in this context, it means the imperative. It means that he will. In other contexts, we use the word may as in a hope so, maybe so. But in this context, the word may is talking about he will. Why? Because he is able to. I hope and pray that makes a little bit of sense. It is kind of difficult to understand. Sometimes the English language is not a very user-friendly type of thing, and you got to look at it and study it real good to understand what it's saying to you. And y'all know that you can listen to me for more than a minute and you understand I butcher the English language pretty well. But that's what it's talking about here when it says may. It's not saying that God hopefully, prayerfully will be in the mood to exalt you. No, it says that he will exalt you in due time. Therefore, we're to humble ourselves under his mighty hand. Now, here's the point I want to make here in verse number 7. Casting all your care upon him. Excuse me. Casting all your care upon him. Casting your care. Throwing that out there. Whatever is going on in your life. Isn't that something I've been saying forever to everyone? Or as long as I've been doing this? Casting all your care, trusting him with everything you've got. Be it good or be it bad, trusting God with it. We see elsewhere in the scriptures that God promises to give us direction when we give him everything we've got. We see elsewhere that God promises to give us peace when we give him everything we've got. And then I believe that Peter just hammers that home right here. Casting all your care upon him. Notice he doesn't say casting some of it. Notice he doesn't say casting the harder of your cares upon him. Casting all your cares upon him. and then the last statement, because I'm glad that Peter doesn't stop right there. Casting all your care upon him. Why? For he cares for you. Believer in God, Christian, aren't you glad today that we have a God that cares so much for us that we can give him everything? We can cast everything we have upon him because he cares for us. And then, oh, by the way, in verse number 6, what does it say? It says, in due time, he's going to exalt us. It might not happen today, but you keep casting your cares upon him because he cares for you, and you will be exalted in due time. And I hope this brings you some encouragement today. And I hope and pray you have a wonderful day in the Lord. Love you, folks, and I'll talk to you a little bit later. God bless you.